Alright, we got the tach a little more stable there, so let's go for a test drive and see what kind of RPM we got. Yeah, it looks like it got run over there. No tripod in this. Let's see if this is too noisy for you, because it's hot. It's hot, man. I'll put it on low. The girls are crazy about Volkswagens. Anyway, got the new seal in here. And we'll see how this one does. This is number 3. Looks like something's attacking them. We got a little different brand seal. And it was a little narrower, it went further back, so we'll see if that helps. $6,000 RPM. That's with buses, man. You run them hard. People don't realize how hard they're turning them. Looks like 40 miles an hour, we're turning 3,000 RPM. This thing's the mushy drive. So it needs some suspension parts here and there. Maybe a shock or two. So there's 50. I assume this is accurate. You can see the tach gets a little movement there. I tried to clean the ground. Video suggested maybe a little heavier wire since it's a bus so far away, but it's not quite as jumpy as it was. So still get the general idea of how hard you're turning the motor. So 50 is about top speed. 4,000 RPM would be 80 miles an hour in my blue car. We'd be going 30 miles an hour faster. So these are geared for around town, more or less, you know. Town driving, little villages in Germany, and transports. You know, they came up with these to move people around. I don't think they were ever really there we go. He's got a mystery shifter in here. Sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't. It's a Bud Light. Sorry for the shaky cam. This thing's scary with one hand. Alrighty. I don't have a camera mount, so I can't mount you guys. That sounded really bad. Give me the tissue box. There you go. Lowrider view. Both hands on the wheel now, I can drive. Just got a cutie next to me that thinks I'm crazy, I'm sure. Of course I look crazy, so. All right, got the big city lights now. They changed all the lights to super long. I hate that kind. What can you do? Seeing quite a bit of RPM all the time in this bus. Pretty impressive that it holds together. It's a cast crank, not a forged crank. It's counterweighted cast scat crank. I sent him for a forged crank and he came back with a cast one for the forged price. So he got the special deal. Anyway, somebody else told me about buses was the seat belts were terrible, and I'd like to second that. This one, I'm not even gonna wear it. Seems like every bus I get into that has bus seat belts, you can't hardly put them on. I think that's part of the bus experience. So some people like these. I can't imagine. That guy built the motor for that drove to Colorado. That's just amazing that that thing made it there and back, turning this many RPM. Of course, the 3-rib, I don't know. We'll have to put a tack in my bus and see what it's turning. But, you know, for around town, when it's 50, 55, you're good. 70 miles an hour is hard on them, though. I suggest everybody with a bus to put a tack in there so you know how hard you're running it. And then when you drive your American car, seeing it going down the road at 1,500 RPM, you can think about all that RPM, you know. Chip wanted to know if the RPM hurt the motor. And I told him to drive his Hyundai in second gear for a month and see what it did to it. I don't know any other way to explain it. It's just wear and tear. We're going 55, 4,000 RPM. I think we might be able to get 60 out of it. I don't know. Let's see. Get on this other road up here. Go too far because it looks like it's out of gas. Chip didn't leave me any gas in there to test drive. I was probably afraid I was going to go camping or something. I need to get one of these fans for my bus. I probably just need to sell my bus and not get the fan. But yeah, I'm definitely going to sell mine. I think that I'll do the Greaserama and the Mustang, or I'll fly. But I'd have to take me 2 weeks to get there in a bus, you know, at a reasonable speed. And we'll lug it on up. We're at 40 at 3,000 RPM. Out of the tissue box. Woo. I want to thank all you guys for commenting on my videos lately. I'm not able to respond to you. For some reason it says you guys aren't commenting when I go on my video manager. And I cheated and watched one of my videos, just clicked on it, and I can see you guys are all commenting there. So thank you for commenting. I got to try to figure that out. I got to try to figure out how to answer some of you guys. There we go, 55, about 4,500 RPM. Anyway, just wanted to say thanks. We've reached 5,000 subscribers, so we're just about done with everybody else's toys. Maybe we can get back on some of the projects that we've been working on together. The 2110, we need to build that, and some other stuff. The big block, of course, for the Nova. Take this in the yellow. There we go. This thing's got excellent brakes. We put the brand new calipers. This takes the same front brake calipers as the 911 Porsche. So, took me a while to figure that out and get them sorted out, but that's what it's got on it up front, and it stops like it. Oh. Hopefully we don't run out of gas. If we do, we'll do it together. Trying to give it a little time. You know, I didn't drive it enough, and he picked it up, took it, and is dumping oil out within a day. And I don't like comebacks, but seal's an issue. The seals are a little wider than they used to be, is what I found, and a little bit of extra girth on the seal. Unless it sit too close to the flywheel. I checked my end play. I got 6 thousandths end play, and like I said, I found a seal that was a little narrower and pushed further towards the crank. So I'm hoping that's going to be the ticket. The third time will be the charm. But you really got to watch the parts. You know, compare them with what you take off the car. What you had on the car was working, and when you put a new part on, you all of a sudden got a problem. Pretty common with Volkswagens. It's just what's available. Anyway, I'll be setting you back down here real quick. tissue box isn't too bad, is it? Pretty good camera mount. It's a little low, but you can see the cars in front of us. Mini hoozle, as Adam would say. Let's take it back to the house. See if we got any leaks. I know the case halves are squirming a little bit. They're leaking. And cylinder heads are leaking a little bit. Push rod tubes, but normal stuff for a 5-year-old motor. Yeah, there we go. So I hope you guys enjoyed the ride in the 1971 bus, Westphalia camper bus. You can go anywhere you want in this at 50 miles an hour. It would take you there. Real confident. 70, you'll make it home, but you might need a motor. This motor here is pretty stout. It's an aluminum case, and even though the cast crank is cast, it's counterweighted, 8 dowel, and it's got a good set of Volkswagen rods in it. And the compression's a little high on this. This motor was before I started taking all the compression out of them, and I want to say this one's up 8, maybe 9 to 1, which is way too high for the day's gas that we have for high test. In an air-cooled motor, if you have a little water around the combustion chamber, you can get away with a little more. But I've heard of guys trying to get away with 11 to 1 compression, and that'll never work with pump gas, because it's you have to take all the timing out of the motor. So, I think 10.5, 9.5 is about the limit if you want to be able to tune it. And with the Volkswagen, I found the best results so far at 5.5 static compression, 5.5 to 1. Which for you American car guys are going, wow, that's way too low. That won't even fire up. But I built an 1835 in a bus like that rusty bus. There's some videos on my channel if you want to go look at that. It had dual 44s on it, and I think it had like a 110 cam, maybe a 120, and some big valve heads with 5.5 to 1 compression, and it screamed, and it doesn't run hot. So, you know, he's running it hard too in a bus just like this with a 3 rib, not a 5 rib. So the gear ratio is probably less preferable if that's possible. Like I told Chip, I think the only difference between a 5 rib and a 3 rib is the strength, and maybe the first gear is a little longer in the 5 rib. I noticed that when you put in first gear and let the clutch out, it doesn't throw everything around in the bus like my bus does. I haven't worked on my bus in quite a while. Hopefully after I get these bike parts buffed up here next, get those delivered, we'll get back on that. I've been cutting some paneling for the inside, making it a little nicer. Here's the wood hoard. My neighbors let me put my trailer next door in the backyard there, and now I got all these cars over here. I got the Camaro over here. Matt thought that was gone. It's just relocated. Guy's got some motor he wants to put in it. Some nonsense, 350 or something. So I told him I might be interested in doing an LS swap in it, just because I want to do one and get some experience with him. But no, he wants to go old school. I'm not interested in that, because I got that old stuff, you know, with my Nova. I can put that together, get excited about it. But anyway, here's what we got. Did I show you guys these seals? Let me show you. I say thank you for the 5,000 subscribers too. Thank you. You guys are awesome. YouTube's awesome. Here's one. Here's number 2. I'm hoping number 3 is a little better. You can see these are a little wider than the original ones. And I found one in the shop that was a little narrow this way, so it went further towards the crank. I'm hoping that's gonna do it. So I don't know, we'll see. All you can do is put it in there and try. I did figure out how to get the motor out with the carburetors on there, So that's a damn good thing, because that's a pain in the butt to synchronize the carburetors every time. But anyway, let's take a look together. She's dry as a bone under there, boys. I think that's gonna take